And we're live.
Where are you from, Drew? We were talking about where we were. Yeah.
Well, it's like a Forrest Gump type story, man. All right, short version is I was born in Central America, Honduras, and then I grew up in Connecticut. I went to college in New York. After New York, I came down to Charlotte, lived in Charlotte for a little while, about a little under a year, but I traveled, so I was never really in Charlotte for an extended period of time. My parents retired to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I followed them here and then got into service industry because it's a tourist town, so it's the easiest way to make money, you know, like that. And then got into fitness, and fitness turned into helping, like, keeping in shape, but then helping other people keep in shape, and then it was getting out of hand, so I started just, instead of helping people, charging friends, like, listen, 20, 30 bucks, yeah, you can come work out with me all you want. To actually, like, all right, this could be a legitimate business, and then kind of got stuck here. So, I mean, I've been all over the place, man, but...
How old were you when you left Honduras?
6 weeks. I was adopted, so I mean, I was a baby. Yeah, I didn't.
Okay.
It wasn't a.
My
that blessing was a choice made for me.
My grandmother's third husband was from Honduras, and he would always tell me stories about his childhood there, and like the tarantulas that would live in the holes under these trees, and how they'd get a stick with bubble gum and lure them out, and the bubble gum would stick to the tarantula, they'd get it out and roast it over the fire, and how he saw him. He talked about like a banana farmer who got bit in the arm by a snake, and then they like chopped his hand off with a machete to prevent the poison from spreading. So I was hoping you'd have some legit crazy Honduras stories, but
Nah, that's 6 weeks, man. I went from a mud hut to America real fast.
Yeah,
Do you know anything about your parents?
Say what?
Do you know anything about your parents?
Biologically, no. I was the youngest of 9.
Jesus.
Well, actually, I mean, I'll tell you, it's funny. Actually, I just learned this year, this part here. I was the youngest of 9, that I knew. The 8th child, I think it was going to be a brother. So my closest brother was really sick before I was born. So, you know, like my mother was pregnant. So anyway, I was scheduled to be drowned at birth because she couldn't keep the 8th child, so the 9th one's not going to have a chance. She knew a lawyer's assistant who, obviously, she said, all right, well, listen, this baby, we're drowning this kid, so would you take him instead, because the lawyer has connections with adoption agencies, stuff like that. Meanwhile, in America, my parents were working to go through the church to adopt a child, realized it's easier to go to Central America and get one. All the paperwork was done. They've been trying this for years, so they had their process expedited because they had all these paperwork, everything was already lined up. They just had to put an international application in. So at the same time, if my parents didn't have that quick expedited process, because the assistant, I guess, couldn't keep me for very long because it wasn't legal to just keep me like that, I probably would have been drowned. But that's all I know.
So they would have drowned you to avoid legal complications.
Say what?
They would have drowned you to avoid legal complications?
No, they would have. The assistant wasn't able to legally keep me, so they would have gave me back to the mother, who planned on drowning me because she couldn't keep up with 8 kids. Number 9 apparently was just not. It was just beyond feasible.
But you're saying drowning like it's so blasé, like, oh, they were just gonna drown me if they couldn't. Like, is that like what you do there? Like, fuck, overshot it again, drown the kid.
No, I don't know, man. Honestly, I get a funny perception about it just because.
Yeah, because Papa,
life, but it wasn't.
Papa never mentioned these infant drownings when he regaled me with tales of Honduras. Okay, like they were always sort of adventure stories, and they ended happy in the end. And now I'm hearing about all this baby drowning, and I don't like it.
Hey, man,
are you sure you were just caught up in the excitement of it? Like, oh, we went whitewater rafting and mountain climbing. A couple babies got drowned. Then we saw and like just got missed it.
The funny thing
I almost went whitewater rafting, but I missed that too.
Based on what I learned in this show, you're better off in Rwanda than Honduras.
Yeah. Papa did mention being smuggled, you know, on a ship at one point. So maybe it was a little rougher than I remember.
Might have been. Say.
I gotta ask. I don't know how to ask, not racist, but were your parents wealthy white people from Connecticut?
Not wealthy. I mean, they worked. They both worked.
You know, my parents are white. They called me Ray off guard. You get invited back to your house, and it's like, you know, white people are there. It's like, oh.
My dad, my parents are both white, but they both worked, so it wasn't like I mean, it was obviously a better situation than being drowned, but they worked, and I had an ideal childhood, man. I can't complain a bit.
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
Childhood.
it was blue collar, but
You're higher in blue collar.
we're very privileged. You know, I got a lot of opportunities. Honestly, I was spoiled to cut to the chase. But I never heard no a whole lot, which is why I have this crazy mindset and think I can do everything because I never heard no as a kid.
Did you have any brothers and sisters?
No, I got one sister and then I have two. They're kind of like brothers. We're all raised together-ish. That would, again, another, like I said, Forrest
Sounds
Gump
like you
type
did have brothers and sisters.
Yeah, but not 8 of them.
Oh, I don't know.
Not 8.
Okay, so what'd you have? One brother and 2 sisters? Is that what you said?
One sister, and then I had two younger friends that we grew up so close that I call them my brothers, but one sister.
Gotcha.
Yeah, everyone's got those friends that it's like, oh, it's my little brother, it's my little sister. So those two are mine.
Cool.
Fair enough.